What's happening, Leos? This one's special and dear to my heart because I am a Leo myself. So let's see what the cards have in store for us for April 2021. Let's see here. Let's start out. So, current state of affairs, or the heart of the matter right now that we're dealing with, Leos, is a sudden event that needs immediate attention, time is of the essence, and thinking through things carefully. Well, I really feel that there's something that, Leos are very, very strong-willed, very strong-minded. There's something that you are looking to create, something that you are working towards. I want to say is, it's almost like a personal venture. I'm hearing the words personal venture, entrepreneurship. You're creating something new. You're creating something that you'd like to give to the world, or you have this idea of something that you'd like to give to the world, something that you would like to show off, something that you know would help people, you know that you could give, and you know it would make a positive impact, that sort of thing. This is something that's been on your mind for a while too, Leos, because this card right here, this one says, seeds well planted, a temporary pause in action, unnecessary worry. So maybe there's been some personal setbacks, Leos, for what it is that you are choosing to create, you are choosing to do in your life. It seems that you've already started this. Whatever this project, maybe it's a new job. Maybe you're looking to create something new and find a new way of earning income. Just something that brings you joy and peace and happiness and creating forward with positivity, and there's ideas been brewing in your mind, but you haven't necessarily quite pulled the trigger on it. You've come up with some outlines, some ideas, some really cool concepts of how you'd like to go about doing it, but it's more about the actual doing it part of it now. The subconscious and underlying influences in this is right here is the victory, the good news is on its way, the public recognitions and rewards. So maybe you're feeling a little bit of a lack of self-confidence, a lack of, is this going to work? Is this going to be something, that's going to be a positive thing for me? Is this something that's going to pan out? Is this something that's not going to be a waste of my time? I heard in my mind, is this not going to be a waste of my time? Is this going to be worth it? The concept, I think, that's surrounding that right there though, is maybe the focus is too much on the material side of things. Maybe it needs to be more heartfelt, something that needs to be more of a passion project versus what you're going to gain, what you're going to get out of what it is that you're creating. Just know that what you are going to create is going to be positive. It's going to be helpful. It's going to bring light to the world. It's going to be a good thing. If you just continue forward with it. Maybe it's just a shifting of focus of what it is that you're looking to gain from this. And I think the giving part of it is more important than the receiving part. I'm hearing in my mind the receiving will come on its own behalf, as long as you're giving and you're honest and you're true and you're being, oh gosh, what's the word I'm looking for here? As long as you're being, oh my word, well, as long as you're giving, you're being true to yourself and you're doing what you feel is right. I don't feel in my mind that what it is that what you're creating is necessarily a bad thing, and at all. I don't feel any negativity coming from it. I almost feel like more of a sense of excitement about it, but a lack of like it almost too good to be true sort of feeling. But the worries and the fears that you have are stemming from a head over heart sort of thing. And I think it's important that you flip-flop it and go heart over head. I believe that you'll find throughout time that as you create this, new endeavor, what it is that you're looking to create and put out into the world, that you're going to find that, all along it was meant to be this way. And that you've been feeling this inner urge. You've been feeling pushed towards doing this. You've just been kind of reluctant, maybe overthinking, that sort of thing. Influences from the past. Let's see here. So I think it's important to really focus on what it is that you're creating towards the future in a firm and stable point of view, and giving yourself credit for the talents that you actually possess. Maybe there's a lack of belief in yourself. Maybe there are things that have happened in your life that have been kind of hard to deal with, whether it be your upbringing, past relationship, past friendships, past jobs. Maybe you felt like you've been beat down quite a bit, and maybe you kind of got discouraged. Leos, definitely, I myself know this just very, very well, that discouragement comes quick and fast and hard, and sometimes can be hard to shake off. But know that it's all just been a process of learning, a process of steps along the way to be able to see what you are truly capable of. Because without any reference point of what it is that it isn't, you can't see what it actually is. So instead of maybe taking the concept of who you are because of what you've experienced too seriously, kind of look at it objectively. Let go of the emotional side of it and let it be something that is a process of kind of bouncing ideas towards, okay, so that's what happened, but that also showed me that I overcame it, and that I actually believe this about myself instead, because this experience taught me that that's not what I want, that's not what I desire, that's not what I'm aiming for. So that use it as a launch pad towards the future. Current and present energies. Fear surrounding money, wisdom to accept help from others, uncertain self-employment. So I really do think that this is something that is a passion project. You're looking to create, some sort of, maybe start a business, create, kind of taking the bull by the horns and saying, you know what, I'm done doing this for everybody else and not feeling recognized and not feeling like like I'm getting what I deserve out of what it is that's being given to me. Feeling kind of like underrated, underappreciated, that sort of thing. All right. So that itself, I don't think the money is really an issue, but focusing on it, your stability is important. And this happened in the Aries reading also, in the present energy, where you see this golden temple off in the distance. And that golden temple off in the distance looks awesome, but you feel like it's unattainable. So that right there, kind of try and focus more about what what it is that you're creating versus what you're going to get from it. My apologies, Leos. My battery died there, so I had to switch it out. So it's more about focusing on what it is that you're creating, and know that your rewards and what is due to you from creating this will come almost as a byproduct. It's more about the creation aspect of it, not worrying about, is it going to be successful? Is it not going to be successful? Know that it will be successful. Whatever it is that you're creating, it will be something. There might be challenges, there might be tests, there might be things along the way, conflicts that you'll have to overcome, but that's all part of the process of creation. It's not going to happen overnight, but it's something that you will see steady growth. You will see something very, very good come out of this, and you will eventually realize it was worth the time and the effort put into it. So near future influences here. Being too frivolous or too cautious with money, good business decisions, giving to those less fortunate. know that what it is that you're doing. Make sure that what you're creating is something that uplifts people. It doesn't necessarily mean, charity doesn't necessarily mean, giving money, it could be giving of your time. It could be teaching. It could be that sort of thing. It could be all sorts of things. Just knowing that or just know that, as far as the giving to others part of it is, make sure that you're providing a service, or you're providing something to the rest of the world, or to other people, or to animals, or whatever it is that you're choosing to do, that uplifts them and brings positivity and love and joy and that sort of thing. Like attracts like, the law of attraction, that sort of thing. So you get back what you give. So if you're giving out all of this positive and loving energy, and Leos have giant hearts, and we love to give and give and give and love and love and love, and sometimes forget ourselves, but know that, as long as you're smart about it, as long as, you take the steps appropriately, take the leap. Just make sure that the leaps that you take in the future towards this goal are, you think about it. You make sure that this is the next step. So one step at a time, one step at a time, one step at a time. Don't try to take 10 steps at a time. It might cause you some unnecessary, setbacks along the way. Not saying that it won't happen, but you might make things a little bit more difficult for yourself in the process of achieving what it is that you want to achieve. Personal strengths. Strength card right here. Hey, gotta watch out for that. Anyway, back to the reading. You do have your personal strength. Great personal strength. Do not rely on the thoughts and beliefs of others about what it is that you're creating. Really focus on your own talents and your beliefs and your gifts and what it is that you have to give, and use those. They are there for a reason. You are able to bring so much light to the world, and almost in a supernatural way, in a sense. I heard in my mind, in a supernatural way, like more than others can possibly bring in a individual sense. The strength of character, strength of belief. Your life has taught you some really awesome lessons and some really hard lessons, and don't deny the fact that the wisdom you possess isn't there for a reason or a purpose. So it's time to use the wisdom you've gained and move forward and create what it is that you choose to create, and that sort of thing. External influences. So I'm feeling, when I'm looking at this card, the Three of Water, I'm feeling like there's been a period of contemplation, almost like a hermit sort of energy going on here, where you've been really kind of biding your time and making sure in your mind that the steps that you're taking are going to be correct. Maybe the reason why, the seed's well planted, temporary pause in action, maybe there's been a lack of confidence. Maybe you feel like you just wanted to make sure all the T's were crossed, all the I's were dotted, that sort of thing. But there's going to be some of those T's that need to be crossed, some of those I's that need to be dotted that come along the way, that you haven't seen, considered, have not shown up and been present in your current reality, that will need to be handled in the future. Try not to focus too much on, having everything locked down like perfectly, so you can just kind of like easily walk and step through the emotions, or the emotions and the motions of creating what it is that you're creating. Really kind of focus on what it is that you need to do right now, step by step, what it is that you can do right now, step by step, and tackle those things as they come along. New challenges present themselves, then that's the time that you need to sit down and contemplate and do those things to overcome those challenges, and then more challenges will come across. And I'm not saying challenges in like a negative, ooh, it's a challenge, oh, this is going to be hard. It's more of just kind of like, take the necessary steps, what you have to do to get this thing up and running and on its feet. And then as you encounter new obstacles, take care of those. And as you encounter new obstacles, take care of those. And kind of do it in like a, like a give, to to, like, you know, I'm seeing in my mind, like, give to the universe what you can. Then the universe will say, okay, you've done this, now tackle this. And then you give to those challenges. And then the universe will give you more. And that's just kind of that process of climbing the ladder to the success that you're seeking. Hopes and fears. So it looks like, you know, there might be some underlying emotional setbacks. Maybe some belief within yourself that needs to be reevaluated. You know, you might have had certain personal beliefs about yourself or things like that that have come from, you know, your upbringing or past relationships, past jobs, you know, setbacks, failures, stuff like that, you know. But just to know that those things came into your life and they were there for a purpose, to teach you that you're a lot stronger than you actually think you are. You're a lot more mentally adept and capable of dealing with situations than you thought you were. And you're kind of reaching that precipice right now where it may be slightly difficult to accept the power that you possess, but it is there. You see it, and it almost seems like mystical or magical in a way. But it's there. It's true. Don't think it's a fantasy. You have the ability to create what it is that you're working towards creating. Believe that, and, you know, just start taking those necessary steps, one ladder rung at a time. Just climb up one, deal with the issues. Climb up the next one, deal with the issues. Climb up the next one, deal with the issues. You'll probably see that it's going to go a lot easier than you think. Final outcome is going to be things are looking up, the end of a difficult situation, taking a trip. So maybe there's travel, maybe there's moving, maybe you'll get a job opportunity in a different state or country or something like that. Looking towards the future, you know, it might be just that time in your life where Spirit's just like saying, okay, you've dealt with what you need to deal with, now let's get you in the right place so you have the ability to give what it is that you have to give the best, in the best possible and the most possible way, you know, that's available to you. So if opportunities arise, you know, don't be afraid. As long as it feels good to you, as long as it's something that you know is right for you and it feels right in your heart, then, you know, take that step forward. Be brave, be courageous, be the Leo that you are, and use that to not only help yourself and create a better life for yourself, but those around you and the people that you care about. Okay? So I hope this reading resonated. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. It helps my channel get noticed, and thanks for watching. See you soon.